What you doing? What you doing? Do you want to watch some more videos? Yeah? See, I want to be petted, but I don't like to be petted. I don't like things coming towards my head. Yeah. You got tufts on your chest. Just sit there and look pretty. She's going to get covered up by the music here in a minute, but thank you all for joining me. We are getting ready to do some music reactions, but before we get into the music reactions, just a reminder, I do have Patreon now. You can join up over there. There are different tiers. The music tier is $2 a month. You get access to the music reactions 2 weeks early, and then also music videos that I can't get past the censors on here. You can certainly join the Patreon and see it over there. After the 2 weeks, I make it free on Patreon so that you can see it. So you can join as a free member as well and get some stuff. So we are getting ready to react to Music Travel Love. Did I say it right? Yeah, said it right. At Al Ain. So they're traveling somewhere. I'm not sure where Al Ain is, or Ain, Al Ain. Let me see if they give any more info. Oh, they don't. At any rate, the song that they are covering is Stand By Me, classic. Is it Ben E. King that sings Stand By Me? I can't remember the original artist right now, but I'll put it in the title once I find it. Buddy has left us. So I can't remember who the original artist is, but it's a classic, Stand By Me. We've listened to others cover it, including Home Free, and I believe The Guy in the Boat. I think the one I reacted to of his video was Stand By Me as well, but I might be wrong. But let's go ahead and see what Music Travel Love does with it and go from there. And they've got guests with them. Don't know who the guests are, but the guests are singing with them.
1, 2, 3.
And friends.
When the night has come, when the night has come and the land is dark. When the night has come, when the night has come and the land is dark. And the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light, and the moon is the only light. We will see. When the night has come.
He's got a beautiful voice. Arkham? I like that intro. That's a different intro. I haven't heard that type of intro for this song before. So I liked the intro. And now let's listen to that beautiful voice.
We will see. When the night has come, and the land is dark. When the night and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. We will see.
Which is interesting because the moon, the light from the moon, is the reflection of the sun, and which is why we have the phases of the moon, because it depends on where the alignment of the earth is with the sun. And so getting into where my brain goes sometimes, I got into a discussion with a friend of mine from college, and we're still friends. He and his wife are beautiful people, but we had a discussion one time. This was like one of those 1 a.m., 2 a.m. discussions. And talked about, well, if vampires can't be in the sun, then how can they be in the moon? Because the moon reflects sunlight. and to the point that sometimes you can even see your shadow on the ground in the middle of the night because of the how bright the moon is. So how can vampires withstand that? And we talked about direct, indirect, potency level of the sun rays, all of that kind of stuff. So we one of our deep discussions. But when they're talking about the light of the moon, that reminded me of that.
I will see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Just as long as you stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me.
It was nice to hear them come in full for the chorus part because they've been doing the soft background of repeated lines up until that point. So it was nice to see that. Now, the territory, the landscape that they're in, it makes me wonder if we're in like Egypt or Morocco or one of the North African countries, or they could be in the Middle East area countries, Turkey, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, one of those countries, which is right beside North Africa. So I don't know exactly where it is filmed at. So if you guys want to fill me in on that, that would be great. If it is the Middle East, it's kind of ironic that I'm reacting to it right now because yesterday they bombed Iraq, and Iraq retaliated and is bombing Israel and other countries where the U.S. has bases. So, not quite stand by me type of material right now as far as the real world. But, yeah.
If the sky that we look upon
Dania, okay.
should tumble and fall, all the mountains
Suzanne Sadiq,
crumble to
or Sadik, might be Sadik.
I won't cry, I won't cry, no cry.
Oh, I missed her name. I was looking at her hair, her beautiful hair. Maya, okay.
I won't cry, no cry. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me.
Very beautiful.
So darling, darling,
The sound and the scenery.
by me. Oh, stand by me. By me. Just as long as you stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me.
Look at all those palms.
Oh, stand by me.
I'm so used to palm trees being Florida in the southern United States. I get thrown off that other countries have palm trees too. But we just don't think about it. Now, the Caribbean territories definitely, countries and territories, definitely have palm trees. But I guess South America does. You really don't think about it. Cancun in Mexico has palm trees. So, yeah, we get so egocentric sometimes, don't we? Look at all those palms.
Oh, stand by me. Watch it stay as long Just as long as you stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, won't you stand by me? Just as long stand by me. As you stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Just as long stand by as you stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me.
Oh, Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is it part of the UAE? UEA? I mess up the acronym. Dubai is in the UAE. All right, let me do some research. Okay, Al Ain is or I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly, but it's an inland oasis city in the United Arab Emirates, so UAE, located in the eastern region of the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, directly on the border with Oman. Often called the Garden City, it lies roughly 130 to 160 kilometers east of Abu Dhabi City and 130 kilometers south of Dubai, bordering the Omani town of Al Barami, I think is how it's pronounced. So, okay. That tells me where they filmed at. Now, let me pull up a map and let's zoom out. Okay. So it's on you know how Italy has a boot? Well, Saudi Arabia has a different type of boot. And they're at the toe part, so on the Persian Gulf side of Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, I'm not pronouncing it correctly, Kuwait. I remember Kuwait from our war with Afghanistan. Okay, so United Arab Emirates is a country, and that was something I couldn't understand. I knew Saudi Arabia was, Yemen, Oman were all countries. I didn't know if United Arab Emirates was. So that's another thing I wanted to look up. And it is on the Persian Gulf. And that's actually what they've been saying that, isn't that hold on, where's Iran? Oh, right there. Okay. Staring me right in the face. I was looking for the word and I couldn't find it. Because I cannot pick Iran, Iraq out in a silhouette of the countries. So I was looking for the word. And the little tip where the United Arab Emirates is also where Iran is targeting missiles right now, where that strait is between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. And so, yeah, terrible timing for this song for me to do. But it is a beautiful song. We shall not let what's going on in the real world ruin that. The other singers that they brought in were great. They did link Arkam's, Suzanne's, Donia's, and Maya's Instagram links, so you guys can go there if you want to follow any of them at all. I'll have the original, this video down in the description, but I'll also have the original as well. I try to do that on all of the cover songs if I can find a version of the original that I can share. I try not to share from third parties, but there's Kiefer. He loves putting his head on the wall of that bed. And then that's where Buddy is usually sleeping when she's not on the chair. So, and not walking around eating. Okay, I think that's all for Music Travel Love. I've loved all their songs that I've listened to so far that Sir Ryan Arivia has recommended. I forgot to give Sir Ryan credit on the last. Oh, no, no, no. This is the first song. First music reaction I've done that he's recommended. So this was recommended by Sir Ryan of Rivia. If you join the Patreon, those requests get priority. Otherwise, all other requests need to go in the Discord. If you join, you'll see a select your topics or something like that channel. I forget what I called it because I'm owner of too many servers. But you'll see where you can pick your topics, and if you just pick the music icon, and it'll open up those channels for you. That way you don't have a bunch of channels that you don't want to follow bogging down your Discord, and you can see where you can put the recommendations. There's also voting for the recommendations if you partake in that. So those will come in next for those chosen for reactions. And if it gets to the point where I've got too many, I'll just put them up for vote and do it that way so that, yeah, I can keep up. Because as many of you know, I only do 2 music reactions a week. So, yeah. At any rate, thank you for joining me on this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.